Hey guys, I need to give a shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. If you're unaware of what SeatGeek is, it is an app that lets you buy tickets to concerts, to sporting events, to any sort of major thing that you want to get a ticket to. And what it does is it shows you a map of the tickets listed across all different websites, and it shows you which deal is a good deal and which deal is a bad deal, so you know if you're getting ripped off. So if you download the app and you want to go and use it to buy tickets, make sure you use my code COOGS at checkout and you will save $20 off your first order. Thanks, SeatGeek. Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another roster update prediction video. Normally this video would be out on the Wednesday before the roster update, but we're putting it out a day early because the roster update is actually going to be happening on Thursday this week. So make sure you remember that it's going to be happening one day early. So in this video, I'm going to go over all of my predictions for MLB The Show 18's roster update, who I think is going bronze to silver, silver to gold, and then gold to diamond. Just a reminder, I do not go over downgrades, so that's something you got to research by yourself, and I only go over players that are going up in a tier. So guys like Mookie Betts, who might get an upgrade, he's already a diamond. I'm not really going to talk about Mookie Betts, but you know, I'm just talking about guys that are actually going up an entire tier because of their performances. So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. We're going to start it off with bronze to silver predictions. All right, the first guy I have going to a silver is Matt Kemp from the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's a 74 overall bronze, so he only needs one overall jump to get him to a silver. He's hitting .326 right now. That is third in all of the National League in batting average. He's got a .364 on base, .518 slugging, and an .882 OPS. He's got 5 home runs and 20 RBIs, 12 doubles on the season, and he's got 46 hits in 45 games. So Matt Kemp is really playing well. He's playing kind of like how he was in the earlier half of last year when he was already up to a silver. He's hitting the ball really well, and if you take a look at his card, he's a little bit better against lefties. Matt Kemp has always been a little bit better against lefties, but this season against right-handed pitching, he's hitting .305 with a .330 on base, .484 slugging, and an .814 OPS. So I think he can get a little bit of an upgrade to his numbers against right-handed pitching, and if you look at his card today, actually, he's playing up on inside edge against righties, +10 on the day, and that brings his overall all the way up to a 77. So I think if you just get a couple points to his right-handed numbers or his right-handed pitching numbers, it'll easily bring him up to a 75. So I think Matt Kemp is going to be a silver come Thursday. So another guy that I think could get an upgrade this week to a silver is CJ Cron from the Tampa Bay Rays, formerly on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. CJ Cron never really got like a great opportunity with the Angels because they got Pujols and they had Trumbo for a little while, and you know, they've had other guys that can play there like Jeffrey Marte and stuff like that. So he never really got the full-time like starting role that he could have gotten on a bunch of other teams until he started playing with the Rays this season. And so far he's hitting .278 with a .332 on base percentage, .506 slugging, and an .837 OPS. He's got 11 home runs this year with 27 RBIs. So similar to Matt Kemp, look at his card. Obviously, it's not by much, but he's a little bit better against right-handed pitchers in this game. But actually, this season, he's hitting .353 versus left-handed pitching, .411 on base percentage, .627 slugging, and he's got an OPS over 1,000 against lefties. So I think his lefty numbers definitely should go up, and I think that should be enough to get him up to a silver. All right, the first pitcher I'm going to go over this week is from the St. Louis Cardinals, Miles Mikolas. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I don't really know this guy's story. Let me know what it is down in the comments. But I was looking at his numbers on, like, you know, MLB.com and Baseball Reference and stuff like that. He hasn't pitched since 2014. I don't know, was it Tommy John surgery? Was it some sort of suspension? I don't know what the deal is with this guy, but he's coming into the league this year and he's performing really well for the Cardinals. 2.24 ERA within over 60 innings pitched, 46 strikeouts and only 6 walks, and he's got a 0.978 whip. He's got a better ERA than Chris Sale, Luis Severino, and Corey Kluber this year, so he's obviously doing something right. And in his last start against the Royals, he threw a complete game shutout, struck out 9 batters, and only allowed 4 hits. So he's a 72. He'll probably get a little bit of an upgrade to his hits and Ks per 9, and I think this guy could definitely make his way to a silver. I mean, like I said, I don't know his story. It could be something like totally interesting, but let me know what it is down in the comments. But I think he's got enough to get to a silver. Now, the next couple guys for me are maybes. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get to silver or not. It's kind of up in the air. I'm going to put him in the video just to acknowledge him. But Gleyber Torres from the Yankees, obviously off to an incredible start. He's doing very well. He's got a 321 average, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs, and he's a 70 overall bronze. The only problem I have is he doesn't even have 100 at-bats yet, so I don't know if you can justify giving somebody a silver card without even having 100 at-bats. Maybe somebody like Acuna, where he was projected to be so friggin' good, I don't know. But maybe Torres can make it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but I wouldn't also be shocked if he didn't. So I felt like I should at least talk about him. The next two guys that I'm going to talk about, one of them being Albert Almora Jr. from the Cubs. He's a 74 overall bronze, so he definitely only needs a little bit of a boost to get him to a 75 silver. But the problem with him and the next guy is I don't really know what changes on their card in order to get them to the next tier. Like, Albert Almora Jr. is playing exactly what his card looks like. He's not hitting for a ton of power, and he's hitting better against lefties. I don't really know about the defense, but as far as the hitting, Almora is playing exactly what his card looks like. I don't really know what you can change to make him go up to a silver. And same with Jorge Soler. Jorge Soler is playing exactly what his card looks like. He's hitting a little bit better against lefties. He's in for a little bit of pop. You know, it's just kind of like they're easily able to go up to a silver. I just don't really know what you can change on the actual card's attributes in order to get them there. And the last bronze to silver upgrade I'm going to talk about is Brad Boxberger from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's got an ERA at 2 with 18 innings pitched. He has 12 out of 13 save opportunities converted for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's got 24 strikeouts in those 18 innings, so his strikeouts per 9 are pretty good, but his Ks per 9 are already reflecting that. But he does have a little bit of a high hit count. He is allowing a decent amount of base runners for being the closing pitcher for the Diamondbacks. So once again, I'm not really totally sure what can be upgraded, but I think something will with the walks per 9 or home runs per 9 that might be able to get him up to a 75. Alright, so those are my bronze to silver upgrades. Now let's talk about my silver to gold upgrades. This is where I think you can make the most amount of stubs. You can buy a bunch of one bronze player, and if he gets upgraded to a silver, you can make a little bit. But silver to gold, I think honestly, is where you're going to be able to make the biggest profit margin out of any of the investments. The first guy I have is Odubel Herrera from the Philadelphia Phillies. He's a 77 overall, so he needs a 3 overall jump to get him to an 80. He's got a 348 batting average, leads the entire National League, 413 on base with a 418 slugging percentage, and a 762 OPS. Of course, he had that crazy on base streak, which just recently ended, and the weird thing is, he still got on base. Like, his on base streak ended, and then he got on base from a dropped third strike, but that doesn't count, which is kind of weird. So he still got on base, but the streak ended. I don't know, kind of a weird thing right there. But he's got 7 home runs, 30 RBIs, and he's got a 2.5 WAR so far this season. 2.5 wins this shallow into the season. That's big time for the Philadelphia Phillies. So Odubel Herrera has 100% been a major difference maker over in that Phillies ball club. So I think he can get a little bit of an upgrade to his power. I mean, you look at him on the day, plus 13 to his numbers against righties, and he's all the way up to an 80. So I think you kind of balance that, maybe like plus 6 to his power against righties and plus 6 to lefties. He can probably get himself up to an 80 overall. So I think Odubel Herrera could go gold in this next update. Another guy that I think has a good shot at going gold, he's also a 77 overall, is Brandon Belt from the San Francisco Giants. He's got a 313 average. He leads all of the National League first basemen. 413 on base percentage, 593 slugging, and he's got an OPS over 1,000. So he's doing great at getting on base and hitting for a little bit of power this year. 11 home runs and 29 RBIs and 10 doubles. So like I said, he's hitting for power, he's getting on base. Even when he's not hitting home runs, he still is slugging with doubles, triples, extra base hits, all of that stuff. So he's having a great season for the Giants, and you know, I think he might be able to get a 3 overall upgrade. I'm not sure what it would be to. I don't know if it would be to his power against lefties or something like that, but he's got 50 hits in 44 games, so I could see his contact going up too. So Brandon Belt having a very good year. I do think he could go gold. So now we're going to go ahead and move over to the American League, and the first guy I'm going to talk about is Mitch Haniger from the the Seattle Mariners. Mitch Haniger is actually playing really well, and I'll explain one of the reasons why I think he could go think he could go gold, other than just his numbers this year. But this season he's hitting .298 with a .379 on base percentage, a .571 slugging, and a .951 OPS. He's got 11 bombs, 26 RBIs, and 9 doubles, so he definitely could get a power increase, hopefully by a pretty good amount to get him up to a gold. Also, against left-handed pitching this season, you can see he hits right-handers a little bit better. The power is not too much of a difference, but a 13 difference in the contact. Against lefties this season, 382 average, 452 on base, 618 slugging, and an OPS over 1,000. His lefty numbers have got to go up in this update. It only makes sense. Like, he can't be a 67 guy against lefties with the numbers that he's putting up so far this season. I think he definitely needs that. But like I was saying, one of the reasons why I think he could go up to a gold, just because of how good he's doing this year, is because of how good he did last year as well. Last year he hit .282, so he wasn't very bad at all. He was actually a really good hitter, and they do these cards, these live series cards, on a 3-year cycle. So I think with a good average last year and a pretty decent season from Haniger last year, plus what he's doing this year, I think he could get to gold. And the last silver to gold upgrade I'm going to talk about in this video is Charlie Morton. He is a 78 overall silver, and man, is he having a very good season for the Astros. Not to mention the good postseason he had last year with them as well, leading them or helping them get to a world championship. But he's got a 1.94 ERA in 55.2 innings pitched with a 0.934 whip, 11.3 strikeouts per 9 with a 2.9 walks per 9, 70 strikeouts and 18 walks. He's killing it, man. He's keeping guys off base. He's striking people out. He's just doing everything he needs to do in that Astros rotation. And that Astros rotation is honestly so scary. Charlie Morton is 3rd in the American League in ERA. He's in the top 3 in the American League in ERA. The other 2 guys are also Astros players, Gerrit Cole and Justin Verlander. If I'm a team in the American League, I do not want to play the Astros with that pitching rotation. It is honestly so scary. But I mean, you look at his numbers right now, he's plus 12 on the day to his hits and Ks per 9. Honestly, and he's playing, and that gives him up to an 83. I think if you just give him a little bit of a boost, maybe like a plus 4 or plus 5, I think that'll get him a 2 overall increase to a gold. I think Charlie Morton is one of the next gold pitchers we'll see. All right, so that's my silver to gold upgrades, and now the fun part, guys. Gold to diamond upgrades for the Show 18's roster update. So the first guy I'm going to talk about is James Paxton. Now, I'm just going to say it right away. I do not think James Paxton will get to diamond this week, but him and another player I'm about to talk about, I think if you give them another, like the next phase, like one more break between the roster updates, by the next one, I think he could probably make it to a diamond. Same with another guy I'm talking about, Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez obviously is a glitch in this year's game, and he's got great power. His contact is pretty good as well. Gary Sanchez has been getting his average up in the past like week and a half to 2 weeks. I think if he continues to do that and he can start to hit around 260, maybe 270, I think he might be able to stretch his way to an 85 overall diamond. Right now, I do think he is going to stay as a gold 84 overall, but I think at some point, if he continues to bring up that average, he will get to diamond. And James Paxton, his last 4 starts have been really good, so I think if he can just continue that for another couple weeks, I think that'll give him enough. But neither of those guys I have going diamond this week. Same with Mike Moustakas. Mike Moustakas is having a very good season. I do think he will get upgraded this week, possibly all the way to an 84, but I don't think he'll make a diamond quite yet. He's hitting really well. He's hitting a good average. He's got a good home run total with good RBIs. So I could see his average or his contact and power going up a little bit. I don't really know what you can do about his fielding over there, but Mike Moustakas is a good card to look at. I don't think he has enough to get to diamond this week though. And one of the big ones that everybody is talking about, J.D. Martinez. He's an 82, but he's got like 15 bombs this season with 41 RBIs. A lot of people think he's going to be able to go to diamond. I don't think so. I mean, you look at his stats, his power numbers are already reflected pretty well. And even when you add 6 to the power against righties, that only brings him up to an 83. So there's not a lot you can do to his hitting in order to get him to a diamond. The biggest thing that's holding him back is his fielding and maybe his vision. I think if you were able to increase those 2 things, he could get farther up. But right now, I don't really see a lot you can do to his hitting in order to make him a diamond, and I don't really think he's doing much fielding wise. He's got a negative defensive WAR, so the fielding can't go up. The hitting might go up a little bit, but I don't think it'll be enough to bring him to a diamond. So no, I do not have JD Martinez going diamond either. So who do I have going diamond? Well, I think the guy who has the best chance to go diamond in this week's update is Gerrit Cole from the Houston Astros. We already talked about how good the Astros rotation has been this season, with Verlander, Cole, and Morton having the top 3 spots in ERA in the American League. Gerrit Cole is filthy this year, guys. 1.75 ERA in 65 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts. He is second in the league in strikeouts, only behind Max Scherzer, who has like over 100. And so Gerrit Cole is the #1 strikeout guy in the American League right now. Over Sale, over Kluber, Gerrit Cole's stuff is so deceptive right now. He's got a 13.6 strikeouts per 9 stat and a 0.795 whip stat. In 7 out of his 9 starts this season, he's gone at least 7 innings. So Gerrit Cole is doing everything. He's going deep into ball games, he's keeping people off base, he's striking out batters, and he's got a great ERA. He's just not allowing runs. Gerrit Cole, 100%, one of the best pitchers in the league right now. Look at his numbers right now, plus 13 on the day, giving him up to an 89. I think if you just give him a little bit to his hits and Ks per 9, he goes up to a diamond. Gerrit Cole, for me, I think he gets it. So there you guys go. Those are my roster update predictions for Thursday, May 24th. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anybody I missed down in the comments? Do you think I projected somebody too quickly, or I'm not giving somebody the love they deserve? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments of this video. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a thumbs up on it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to keep up with all the new MLB The Show 18 information. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.